Need a piggy bank idea? Yeah, okay, I have the perfect idea for you. All right, bye. On today's episode of Mama Knows Best, I'm going to show you how to take a mason jar and turn it into a piggy bank. Some more mason jar madness. So to get started, I chose a mason jar with a wide mouth. And you can see I spray painted both the lids a color to correspond with the little piggy I'm going to put on the jar. Now the little piggy you asked, this is a fun little piggy. I did this artwork for you. You can print it out. There'll be a PDF. There's 3 parts to it. It says, "Show me the money" on its little tummy. We all love that line. So what I did is I printed it on 2 different color pieces of scrapbook paper. One polka dotted and one more of a muted pattern. You can do on whatever you want to. If you are using 12 by 12, go on your paper cutter and just cut it by 8.5. Now that'll fit through your printer really easy. So go ahead and print them off. Now you're going to say, well, I'm getting the same on each. So you can see that I cut the little piggy out of the polka dotted paper and the snout and the tummy more out of the muted. Very easy. We're going to use a little bit of Mod Podge and Mod Podge it right on to the glass jar. Now you could see I laid down the piggy and I just used a brush the back. You always make sure you brush the back of the paper. Then I mounted it onto the jar. Then after I did that, I went ahead, same thing, a little bit of Mod Podge on the back of the tummy and the snout, then put them right on top of the paper, like so. And after you've done that, now you're going to give it a whole coating of the Mod Podge, just like that. Let it dry. Add maybe 1 or 2 more coats because you want it to secure really well onto the glass. And before that last coat dries, go ahead and get yourself some 6mm little eyeballs, and they will just stick right onto the Mod Podge. You just put them on there. I love those rolly eyes. I think it really finishes the project. Next, I'm going to show you how to do this lid. On the lid, we're going to find the center, and here again, I'm going to eyeball it, and with a marker, I'm just going to draw a line just to give me a guide. You want to make sure the line is wide enough for a quarter to fit through. Then once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and use a craft knife. Now this is one of those real heavy-duty utility knives. Now you're going to start scoring along the outside of that marker line. And I mean, you literally have to score, and that means you're just going to keep running the blade over the top of the lid over and over again in the same groove. This is going to take a little bit of time, so be patient, but it really does work. And if it seems to be getting a little dull, that's why you use these utility knives, because you just snap off the blade and you got a new one. So once you've done that on both sides, then you're going to turn it and you're going to come across and do the scoring on each end as well. Once you think you've got all the way through, just double check the back side and you'll see that you have. Then you can just pull up this piece like this. So we're going to check it. It did come through really nice on this side. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut that extra little piece off. I'm going to come back in with my pliers and I'm just going to press that piece of metal down, just like that. And if there's any rough edges, you're going to want to do the same thing, just making sure that it's nice and smooth. Let me turn it over so you can see what it looks on this side. And it's a little scratched up, but that's okay because we're going to spray paint it. We have one more step before we're ready to put it on our jar. You're going to use some super glue and you're going to put super glue right around the little rim like this. Be really careful because you don't want your fingers stick together. You're going to take it and very quickly turn it upside down. Press it down, just give it a couple minutes to dry and you're ready to go. Once that's dry, then you're going to take your lid outside, do some spray paint on it. Look, and so you don't even see those scratch marks. Once it's all sprayed, you're just going to go ahead. Our little piggy's all ready to go. Screw our lid on. And what does he say? Feed me. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is a really fun way for your friends who are going off to college, who might need to have some laundry money, or for my granddaughter and grandson. I sure hope you enjoyed this episode of Mama Knows Best with Mason Jar Madness.